It's Wednesday, the day students at the Tibetan village children's school in Dharamsala pray and participate in an important ritual. Instead of their usual uniforms, girls come wearing an ethnic tunic and boys a traditional shirt. Wearing the chuba connects 10-year-old Tsering Paldon to the homeland she only knows through tales.
I feel when I wear this dress, I feel I'm in Tibet.
This is the spirit of Lhakar, a weekly ritual that emerged inside Tibet following the mass protests in 2008. Now many Tibetans worldwide have embraced the Wednesday practice of dressing, dining or buying Tibetan in what is considered a silent defiance of Chinese rule. Lhakar contains not only an educational component that reinforces Tibetans' ethnic identity, it also can be a potentially powerful political force, says Jyotsna George of Students for a Free Tibet.
This was like a sort of decollectivization of protest, where it became about individual expression of your identity as a Tibetan, of your assertion as a Tibetan that I am now taking charge of the way my culture is going to be viewed and the way my culture is going to be a means of resistance to assimilation to the Chinese culture.
Just as important, the practice helps connect younger people with their fellow Tibetans living inside China and those scattered across the world, says Lobsang Tseten of the International Tibet Network.
Every freedom struggle to sustain, you need the younger generations. You need to keep their roots. And I think this is one example that we saw, how younger generations praying and then specifically celebrating Lhakar.
Here in Dharamsala, the campaign appears to be working among students like Tsering Paldon and Tenzin Rabgay.
Yes, I want to visit Tibet.
Yes, I want to go.
Thousands of Tibetans fled to India after Chinese troops marched into Tibet in 1950 and announced what China called Tibet's peaceful liberation. Although Chinese policies are remaking Tibetans' historic homeland, diluting their culture, the Lhakar movement tries to keep the dream of a return alive among these children. Anjana Pasricha for VOA News, New Delhi.